The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello and welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. I'm Bridget DeVries sitting in for Gary Ball for this week's show. And we've got a great show for you this week with a feature from WKYT. We also have the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, Tanner Walton from Lexington Christian. And the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week this week is from George Rogers Clark boys basketball team. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. They'll take you on down the road for some great high school sports action. And from UK Sports Medicine, we have Courtney DeFeo. She's going to talk to us a little bit about return to learn when students have concussions. But we know what you want. You want the best high school highlights in the state of Kentucky. Brought to you in Game Time from Lee K. Howard and Brian Malum.
Over in Versailles, the Woodford County Yellow Jackets have had some tough losses lately. Of their 5 setbacks, all have been by 8 points or less, and then their most recent loss was in overtime. Henry Clay, they bounced Somerset earlier in the week by 3. J.D. Alexander going to take it strong, but the big guy gets swatted by Derek Holman. But with the Jackets get the ball back 6 seconds later, Big J.D. with the nimbleness around the hoop for 2. Henry Clay, little defense, turns to offense. The steal, and it's Holman again. He's going to keep it, goes all the way in for his first of 9 baskets. Alexander shows big fella can drop a dime. Wait for Brian White. That's easy. The Blue Devils had 2 guys with 21 points, and one of them was Mr. Holman. He just had all the action early. It was all Devils all night, 75-54.
East Jessamine coming off a big-time win over previously unbeaten GRC. And then you talk about Tate's Creek. Well, they're on the ropes right now. The Commodores just 3-8, while the Jags, well, they're 7-3. Tate's Creek up, though, 28-23 at the break. They opened the half with a 4-0 burst. That's Eric Hackett, makes it a 9-point game. And then it's the Commodores attacking the glass. Camden Combs, offensive board right there. Putback is good. But the Jags would run Tate's Creek out of the building down the stretch. Ben McNew dialing it up from the deep corner. Then moments later, this is Zion Thomas. If his name is Zion, he could probably ball. Count it plus the foul. East Jessamine winners by 14, 58-44 to move to 8-3.
Last Friday, Danville football coach Clay Clevenger was fired after 8 seasons on the job. The reason given was to, quote, go in a different direction. Since then, there have been a considerable amount of unhappy admirals in Titletown in the last 72 hours. In fact, an online petition has started, and it is gaining a lot of momentum with, at last count, 500 signatures just in the last day. Clevenger led Danville to a 2016 state runner-up finish, 2017 state championship. The Ads were 14-17 the last 3 seasons, but 65-32 overall.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. William Warfield here with you, the King of Stream. And excited because we got Tanner Walton of Lexington Christian Academy joining us here. Tanner coming back from injury and now out there on the floor doing what he's always done for his team, and that's produce numbers. And just doing a great job, Tanner. And welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here.
Yes, sir. You've put up some really good numbers in the few games that you've been back already. I got to see you last night take on Tate's Creek, and another big game for you. And you kind of, not kind of, but you are the guy that LCA looks to put up kind of numbers that you do.
Yes, sir. That was a big game for us. We struggled so far in the district, but we needed that win and we got it. But yeah, these guys know that if they need any help, like on and off the court, or just need a bucket, they can always go to me. and I'll help them out.
So, at what age did you first, thinking back, what age did you first pick up a basketball, and how long has basketball been a part of your life?
It's probably been a part as long as I can remember. Probably like first grade, second grade, YMCA basketball, and then I've always played AAU with one of my coaches in Clark County, and now I transferred over to LCA a couple years ago, 3 years ago, and I always played basketball.
Yeah, what's it like playing, over there at LCA under Coach Hall, and being able to play with his sons, but then all the other guys that are supporting cast for the team?
It's really great just because it's a good experience. You have Coach Hall with his two sons, and then I'm good friends with a lot of people on the team that I've known before I even went over to LCA, so it's just really good.
I know you're a smart guy in the classroom doing big things with that, and the kind of education that LCA gives you certainly puts you up on a pedestal over there, if you will. Talk to us about some of the things that you do outside of the basketball court that you do in the community and also there in the classroom.
Um, I would say I help some at our church that I go to. Just anything they need. And in the classroom, I'm just trying to basically just focus and not. I'm a good student. I would say I don't really get in trouble. I just gotta stay focused, keep the grades up, so then I can basically go to any college I want to.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you're a junior this season. A lot of people have kind of thrown your name into the hat as one of the 11th region's best. And come next year when Mr. Basketball voting comes around, you're one of those guys that kind of stand out there in the 11th region. How does that make you feel?
That's just great knowing because there's a lot of great talent in our region, especially in district. So it's just pretty exciting knowing that I'm up there with like Ben Johnson, who's D1 commit, and all of them.
Yeah, you guys play in what we consider one of the toughest districts in the state, that 43rd district. Year in and year out, I mean, you're always facing Dunbar or Catholic or Tates Creek or somebody that that stands up in there. But LCA's really made a name for themselves over the last few years. 3 district championships, and you've been a big part of that.
Yes, it was big when was it 2 years ago? It was the last time we made it, or we won the district championship with me. But it's just a very tough district. There's going to be a team in there that's top 10 in the state, really, every year. Catholic
every year.
Right now.
Well, Tanner Walton, let me tell you something, man. You're a fun guy to watch play out there on the basketball court, and I know those college offers will continue to come in, and big things ahead for you, sir, and much success to you and the Eagles.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you joining us. That's Tanner Walton, Lexington Christian Academy. He's our Crown Trophy Athlete of the Week here on the Scholastic Ball Report. Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Our Roberts Insurance Team of the Week this week is right over there in Wynn City. It's the George Rogers Clark men's basketball team, and Coach Cook joins us here today, along with 3 of his outstanding student athletes. And Coach Cook, talk to us a little bit about this season. I know you guys are off to a fast start, being 9-1 right now and averaging 87 points a game.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. It's we're excited to get the opportunity to play. We understand, that hey, the schedule is going to kind of be an up and down. It's something we need to kind of hang, understand. You say there's going to be changes weekly, so our composure for the most part has been pretty good. We've learned some lessons through things we've dealt with over the past year that there's highs and lows with this. So I think I give a lot of credit to our guys for being able to handle adversity and go out and play. But so far we've been extremely unselfish and playing at a fast pace, and I'm having a blast coaching this team, but also I understand we got a long way to go, and continue to get better.
You guys play in that beautiful gym over there at George Rogers Clark. I mean, it looks like a Division I college stadium, if you will, Coach. What's it like playing in a venue like that?
It's awesome. I get excited just every day. You get a chance to learn and have practice, and to be able, just to be in that type of arena, it should excite kids every day to come in and want to play harder, even, in practice, just workouts. It's awesome. It's been a little different with the crowd situation, but I can say this still, I think, with our size gym, we're able to sell, to meet the percentage, we're able to still sell some extra tickets to make that right. It's still an awesome environment. As far as technology wise, there's a lot of great things as far as the big screens and things like that. But I just get excited for kids. I think it's an awesome opportunity to play in a facility like that. So I hope they have as much fun as I do.
Yes, sir. Coach, who do we have with us today?
We got three guys. We got one senior in Reed Johnson, who's he's been around the program for 4 years. He's been with me for 4 years, so he understands the values and cores that I try to establish with the program. We've got our point guard, junior. He's a junior, Aiden Sloan, who he's having a magnificent year. He's one of the best point guards in my opinion in the area. He's still learning to be coached by me, so I'm sure there's some highs and lows with that he gets to enjoy daily. Then we got Sandy Hernandez, another junior, one of our key role players of our basketball team who does a little bit of everything. We kind of try to give him, we say he's the Scottie Pippen of our basketball team because he does a little bit of everything. So now he's just got to, hopefully grow a few more inches to get to that 6'7" so he can be Scottie Pippen. So, but there's three fine young men, great examples off the court. So these are three guys I wanted to recognize and have a chance to represent our program today.
Aiden, let's ask you real quick, what do you think about this season and playing for GRC?
Well, I think we're off to a good start, and it's a really big difference for me coming from a 1A school to obviously, like you said, one of the nicest facilities in the state, a loaded team, but we're just figuring out how to all work together. Coach is putting in the pieces for us, and we're just trying to follow his lead and hopefully finish off with a deep run in state.
All right, Sammy, what about you, man?
I think we're off to a great start.
Sammy says he's off to a great start. He's kind of breaking
we're playing
up a
really
little
good
bit
as
there.
a team. We still got things to work on defensively, but I think we're doing it.
Yeah. He's talking about bringing in the defensive effort there. Reed, how about you, man?
And we're playing good as a team, but we still got some things to work out defensively.
Okay. Reed?
I'm just really excited for this season. It's obviously we're off to a really good start, 9-1. Like everybody else has said, we've got some things to work on. I feel like we're getting better every practice, and Coach Cook's giving us the pieces, and we're building it up every single practice. And I'm really excited for what the future holds in the rest of the season.
Guys, much success to you all this season. I'm happy for you because of not only the great venue that you get to play in, but you guys are off to a fast start, and we know that come tournament time, you guys are going to be one of those teams that will be a force to be reckoned with. So, Coach Cook, good luck to you and your guys.
Well, I appreciate you guys having us on. So hopefully, everyone has an opportunity to stay safe out there, and hopefully we'll get to continue to play.
That's GRC Win City Basketball here on the Scholastic Ball Report, our Roberts Insurance Team of the Week.
Let's take a look at our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week, and it comes from the Madison Southern Lafayette girls game. End of the first quarter, a scramble for the ball, it's loose, and Grayson Grants with the heave from 22 feet away, and that is banked in for her only three-pointer of the night. And you don't see Coach Denton with that kind of a smile too often, and it was worthy of our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Great shot.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. And today from UK Sports Medicine, we have Courtney DeFeo to talk to us a little bit about concussions and return to learn. Welcome in, Courtney.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
This is a very pertinent topic this day and time. So let's talk a little bit about return to learn protocol and how it's implemented.
Yeah, so it's a stepwise progression back to learning at school after a student sustains a concussion. A lot of us are familiar with the return to play protocol, but it's important to remember that they're students first and not just athletes. So the implementation of a return to learn protocol requires collaboration among many different people throughout many different disciplines. So it includes the student athlete themselves, their parents or guardians, and then the sports medicine team, which includes the physician, athletic trainers, and then also the school personnel, which includes the school nurse, guidance counselors, as well as their teachers, trying to ensure a safe plan back to learning.
And so why is this, following a concussion, why is this return to learn so very important?
So it's important to understand that both physical and mental exertion can lead to aggravated symptoms and also prolonged recovery for these individuals. So we have to monitor their symptoms and follow a progression before allowing them back in the classroom. And a lot of these cognitive impairments that we often see after concussions leads to difficulties in the classroom, whether it's difficulty concentrating, remembering, or just taking longer for assignments, things like that.
So how has COVID-19 impacted return to learn?
So it definitely presents a challenge, as many of our students are still learning virtually. And so they have to sit in front of a computer all day, which oftentimes we recommend not doing. And it can aggravate their symptoms. So there's definitely a challenge with it, but there's ways around it. Some examples could be recording Zoom sessions and watching them kind of on their own time, where they can break it up into smaller increments and then taking breaks in between, or just finding some way to do the work, with a pencil and paper and not on the computer all day.
So do you have any other take-home points for athletes and their parents after a concussion?
Yeah, so it's important to just be aware of the cognitive impairments that are associated with concussions, and then how they affect their ability to participate in both school and sport for these student athletes. It's also important that we remember that not every concussion is the same, and not every concussion is treated the same. So be sure you're communicating with the interdisciplinary team that I talked about earlier, just making sure that we have the best plan to best accommodate your child and then ensure a safe recovery for them.
So talk about a little research project that you're working on right now.
Yeah, so while we're on the subject of concussions, I'd like to talk about an opportunity for viewers to be a part of. It's a study being done at UK's Sports Medicine Research Institute, and they're looking to see how some of these cognitive impairments are affecting and influencing balance and gait. So they're looking for subjects right now who have sustained a concussion within the last 3 weeks. It's a really great opportunity. You receive $40 upon completion of the study, and you also get to see an MRI of your brain, which is pretty cool too. So if you are interested and if you feel like you qualify, you can go to UK SMRI's website and then contact Nathan Morelli.
Well, thank you, Courtney, for that great information on such a timely topic, concussions this day, and for being on the show with us today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
That's Courtney DeFeo from UK Sports Medicine, keeping us in the contests and the games.
Well, the Scott County Lady Cardinals aren't used to having a sub-500 record. Tonight, meeting Great Crossing. They're 5-1 on the season. By the way, Great Crossing, they've never beat Scott County.
In 1 year.
Yeah, 3 times they lost to them, though, last year. And a big reason for their success, senior Braylee McMath, honored before tonight's game for scoring her 1,000th career point. And she wasted no time scoring tonight. First possession of the game, McMath with the step-back jumper. That's good. Malia Moore gets the scoring started for Scott County. She gets the off-balance runner to fall, 2 of her 10 points. But how about Moore McMath? Calculating another long-distance ball. That one is good. Game-high 22 points for the smallest player on the court. Great Crossing gets that win, 61-51.
She is something else.
Well, that's our show for this week. We sure hope you come in with us next week for another exciting show of high school sports. I'd like to thank the King of Stream, William Moorfield, who is our video streamer, as well as Joel Clace, who is the director for the show. But remember, for those you see and those you don't see, you keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.